I guess we can find out how many shots it... Nah, it's a military guy. Let's just forget about it. How do I move this? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's still not right, though. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so now we gotta walk all the way back up. Awesome. I'm kind of surprised we, like, came out of there somewhere. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't care. I turned my headphones down a bit though, this is really loud. This rain, okay. So, I guess to spend some of the time, I could just cut this out, but I guess I'm just gonna ramble a little bit, and what I want to ramble about are, in fact, horror games. So, like, I mentioned this before, but it was pretty scattered, and I guess I can try to be more consistent with my thought process here. And what I mean is that with horror games, there's a bunch of games that are actually setting out to be horror games, like Resident Evil, Dead Space, or what is it, like Amnesia, a lot of indie games, tons of indie games, and even sort of some multiplayer horror games. Those don't do nearly as good a job as single player. I mean, if you ever played Dead Space 3, it's impossible to get scared in Dead Space 3 just because everything, it's like obvious. Like, it's obvious that it's trying to scare you. Plus, you have a human element. I mean, what is that? Hunger or something? There's no hunger in this game, is there? I mean, I can eat a piece of bread, but I've never seen that before. So, oh, seriously? I can only do that on the other side? That is unfortunate. So games that aren't, like, advertently horror, I would say games like Elder Scrolls, Fallout. I mean, they definitely have horror elements, but they're not, like, exactly horror games, right? Nothing really intentionally comes out to jump scare you except for a few cheap tricks in the expansions. But in, like, Amnesia, you know, they try to scare you, and I've always found that games that try to scare you where you're expecting to get scared aren't really that scary, and it's kind of sad to me because of that, but it's just, you know, it's just how it is. They're really just, they're just not that scary. And, games that give you full control of your character, like Skyrim, like, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls, and so on. You know, like Fallout. Games that give you, they very, very rarely take control of the character from you. Games like Stalker, even. Those games end up being scarier because they're like, here's a huge open world, we have all this ambience, and you can get killed at any time. And that's part of the factor, I think, is just knowing that anything really could kill you. You could fall off a cliff, some dragon or something could come out of the sky, right? And we're also going to send you into these caves, we're going to send you into these ruins, and there's going to be more ambience and more enemies and just more death in there for you. Good luck. So you're down there and you're like focused on the game. Like, those games do a really good job making you focus on them and not a whole lot else. It's like you're focused on the game. Yeah, that's a waste of ammo. And you're like staring at it intently, you're totally set on getting through this stupid dungeon or whatever it is, but all of a sudden, you know, like a Draugr or a skeleton or something just comes around the corner, makes a noise, jumps at you, scares you, and it's like, okay, that was actually creepy as all heck. And I've had more jump scares in Skyrim than I did in games that were made to jump scare you, like Amnesia, like Resident Evil 7. And I don't even find Resident Evil in general that scary just because they are third-person games. And third-person games are kind of hard to scare, you know. Resident Evil, the original ones, do a pretty good job because the camera's really close and everything feels like it's going to jump on you. I mean, they just make the game feel claustrophobic. But I kind of consider that cheap in a way, too. I guess we could technically go do that now, but I don't know. Again, what's the point? I get like no money from it. So, just what I'm trying to say is like something like Amnesia. You're running around the whole game just on your own. You have no weapons, you can't fight back. And you have one monster the whole game chasing you with some jump scares, like scripted jump scares in between. And they try to make you scared by using ambience and creepy noises off in the background, but once you realize that all Amnesia is ambience and creepy noises, it's not that scary anymore. And it's not like you're not gonna get jump scared. It's not like the game still isn't stressful, but just compared to something that isn't inherently horror, and I imagine Stalker is inherently horror, except we spend way too much time outdoors for that to be completely true. But anyway, the Stalker is pretty good on the horror part. But it's just like even creepier because I'm always in control. I can fight back. That's a big thing too, is being able to actually fight back, is because then you don't know, like, this thing running around chasing you can keep killing you. And that's rough, right? That's hard on you. Oh man. Even the Metro games, like when I was playing Metro Exodus, I was playing that game probably about an hour a night because that was about all that I could actually manage. But there were times in Metro Exodus, there were 2 levels, a spider level and then the gorillas at the end. And the gorillas, 10 out of 10, those were actually scary. Scariest thing I've ever seen in a video game, I mean, easily. But those were 2 levels that I knew if I didn't finish them when I started them, I would never load the game up again because I would not be able to convince myself to go, you know, do that on purpose. Alright, so we are heading on back. That didn't take as long, so I don't see any good reason why I couldn't have come back that way. Alright, let's save again. This is a long walk. And it's going to be even longer still. If the map would just auto-center on me, that would save a whole heck of a lot of annoyance. I can't wait to see, like, games that came out back in 2007, if they ever made a sequel, it was always, like, the same game, just... That is a ton of ammo. Oh, I dropped all that ammo. That's why that's a ton of ammo. I dropped it there. But anyway, games that had sequels, they always had, like, incremental improvements. And you can just tell, okay, what is that? Screw that, man, that is so many of them. Here, one of you guys help. Yeah, you guys help if they come. They're not. Okay. Screw that. I don't get I don't get experience. I don't get money by killing them. There's no reason to. Bolt? I don't even know what this is. Is this supposed to distract people? Man, I'm trying to find a better way to the bar, but there just isn't. So that's the arena. I might check that out off screen. Is Gap bar in Russian or something?
I said come in. Don't stand there.
So, marked one. You brought the documents from X-18? Good. The situation is becoming clearer. As I expected, this brain scorcher is man-made. It's a Kamenov experimental emitter, and its components were made exactly in X-18. These documents refer to Lab X-60, where they sent some components. According to this, X-16 is located in the production complex area by Lake Yenta. The scientists have set up a mobile lab around there, so maybe they can help. It ain't simple. You need to get to the scientists and find out where X-16 is, so you can get the missing documents. So, you up for it?
Okay, so I have to find the X-16 lab documents. Alright. Well, I think I've got nothing else to sell. 30,000 for that stupid suit. Maybe the Merc suit is in fact worse. Yeah, it must be worse if this thing costs twice as much. I'll probably want to keep an eye on my suit though. So I got tricked a while ago with the ammo I was buying. Which ammo did I buy? Okay, what ammo do you use? 5x45. So I have 2 of these. Do all of them work? All of them must work with that gun. So I think all of these add up to the 100 that I have. Well, I think I'll be okay on ammo for now, but I may have to buy more. As for the grenades, I mean, I might as well just sell these. They are utterly worthless, if you ask me. And then anything else that I've got.
Only someone helped.
Sell some of those. Probably don't even need 400 rounds, maybe just 400 rounds, but yeah, give me 500 rubles. I'm assuming they're rubles. And then we can get on outside and then take a look at our quest. And I'll probably be done for the day, but it will continue tomorrow with an upload as always, hopefully. Assuming I keep to my schedule. Okay, yeah, 130 rounds, whatever. Okay, where do I have to go? There. Wild territory. Okay, I don't have a... Oh, over there. No hint. Nice. So hopefully we don't have to go inside a lab anymore. But let's just take a look at the rest of the map. Yeah, that's zoomed all the way out. There's quite a few things left. So we came from down here. Yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff there. Now I guess we gotta do here, and we're probably just gonna have to keep coming up, and then this must be the last area. Chernobyl. Maybe not. Maybe we don't go into Chernobyl. Okay, but I think we're getting there. I wonder how close I am to the finishing the game. Maybe halfway or so? Maybe less? Okay, so this will be after... Wait, spell it correctly. After Barkeep. And that'll be it for this video.